last week you guys were about to go on the road, and talked about maybe you might make some change to the offense just to kind of get more looks and get the offense going. And that wasn't a good outcome again this weekend. I think the East Bay put up 70 points in the first half. So you guys, the start of the season, the offense was clicking. You guys were scoring points, but now conference play struggling. Can you pinpoint just what's happening, or is it kind of like the same thing as the week before?
Well, if I could pinpoint it, it wouldn't be happening, hopefully. But it's a variety of things that at this time of the year it's tougher to score. People scout every game. Every game's up on the server at the beginning of the season. We're a virtual unknown. We had 9 new players, and so I think it was tougher for teams to take a look at us, and so I think we're fine. I think a lot of people are a lot more worried than we are about how we're doing, and yeah, the result has been some losses, but we're getting better, and we're trying to stay positive, but we are continuing to get better.
I mean, a good thing. I mean, even though aside from the lose streak, that you guys are right there in the middle of the stand. It's not like you guys are at the bottom looking up. It's you guys are right there. You had a good chance still to kind of get some wins and get right back and big things in the conference. Just kind of talk about just for you guys what needs to go right to kind of get back on track and get some wins.
Well, there's still 2 more weeks until the midway point of conference, so there's a lot of basketball still to be played. We have 14 more games, and so just trying to keep that in perspective and looking at each game individually. Looking at we talked about this with our team and about each practice, each drill and practice, every possession needs to have value, and it's easy for us to say that. We say that all along, but once you build up a string of losses, then they kind of listen a little bit more, and so we're really trying to hold people accountable in practice and doing the little things well, because there isn't one glaring thing that is going wrong. It's just a series of little things. A missed rotation on defense, mental lapse on offense where somebody will forget to run a play right or whatever, and so there's just a series of mental things that happen, and against good teams they make you pay. They find openings, they find open shots on defense, and then they capitalize on offense.
No secret, the good things that Lisa Petty can do on offense. You see more and more teams are double teaming her, and I mean if they are, she's still doing great, but are they doing?
Oh yeah, Lisa gets beat up every game. She has 2 or 3 people on her every time she drives to the basket, and what's been frustrating for her and for us is she's been finding people, and we haven't delivered, and if teams are going to double, then you have to make them pay and deliver on those passes, and I thought she did a great job, especially at Monterey, of finding open players, and we didn't hit shots, didn't hit layups, didn't help her out in that regard, and of course she's going to get double. She's the only person averaging double figures on our team, and we need to have more people in the first group that step up and make plays.
So get ready for San Francisco State to come in this week on Thursday. What's going to be your game plan against the Gators?
San Francisco's doing really well. They always come in and defend really hard and force you to run your stuff. And so, at this point we're worried about our opponents, but we're more worried about ourselves and making sure that we continue to get better. And so, playing against San Francisco or Sonoma isn't any different than playing against Monterey or East Bay last week for us. We'll do our scouts, but we're more concerned with fixing ourselves and making sure that we're executing on offense. And both of these teams really make you work offensively to get good looks. They defend very well. They rotate very well. So we need to continue to get better at that.
How difficult is it to kind of stay positive, especially when things haven't been going your way the last couple of weeks?
Very. We're competitive people, and this is a business where it's in the public. Everybody knows how you do, and so we're trying to stay positive, and but there kind of comes a point where it's you have to make the improvements, or you have to make the adjustments, and we're getting better, but it's at a slower rate than what we would hope. So we lose our patience at times, and the girls have responded well.
I know it's early in the week. Any changes in the starting five? You keep it the same like Thursday?
No idea. We have 9 able bodies today in practice, so we have no idea who's going to start on Thursday.
Is there, I guess, from the younger group that you've started or given minutes to, is there a player that stands out that is stepping up, or you see, very positive when she's any players like that right now?
In the freshmen, we've had Tiana Maxwell has started. She's it's just tougher. It's tough for them to be consistent when you're a freshman. They'll have really good games, and then the next game they might struggle. And so that's probably the main thing, is just trying to be more consistent. And we're trying to get her some more looks, with trying to get her open and using her a little bit more off of different sets. And Allie Orlich, another freshman that's just been probably the most consistent. And as far as executing our stuff, she defends well. She makes plays, and it's just a matter of trying to play at this speed, and we ask a lot of them right now.